What's up, my peeps? Welcome back to Liz Talks Vibes, where it's more than just talk. It's a vibe, baby. How are you guys? I hope you guys are feeling great. I hope you guys are having a positive start to your new year, my peeps. I hope you guys are really checking in with yourselves, checking in, asking yourself how you doing. I hope you guys are really being there for yourselves, supporting yourselves, your dreams, your goals, focusing on you, focusing on your goals, you know what I'm saying? And just, being you, being your own authentic self, really being your true self. So comment down below an affirmation, a daily affirmation. Y'all know when I'm on my content days filming, I'm like, I am creative, I am speaking good vibes. Comment down below one of your favorite affirmations or one of your daily affirmations. Let's help each other out and share some affirmations with each other. Well, if you're watching this, you're watching it on YouTube, and you could comment down below. So comment down below, my peeps. It's all about the good vibes. Good vibes. You know what I'm saying? I have my crystals with me. Shop my cute little bracelets. My bracelets that have crystals in them. Crystal infused bracelets. The link is in the description box down below. Check them out in my Etsy shop. It's all about the good vibes. I am so into crystals and I love crystals. And this is not the topic for the episode, but what's your favorite crystal? Comment down below. I have citrine and rose quartz on me. And I do sell rose quartz. I don't have citrine, but I have, what do I have on my website? Fluorite on my website, on my Etsy shop. I have fluorite, carnelians, and I do also have rose quartz. So for today's episode, I'm kind of like talking about, it's because I read all of your guys' comments from my alcohol and drugs videos, those 2 episodes. I went back and I saw all my comments. I responded to them. And there was some I also just really connected with, and it's amazing. Like, this is why I started the podcast. So, I can really help you guys and just inspire you guys, to change for the better, because those bad habits are not good for you. Alcohol's not good for you. You're poisoning your body. Drugs isn't good for you. Cocaine literally just fucked me up. Like, it changed my life for the fucking worst, but I changed my life by stopping doing drugs, drinking for the better, And there was a lot of comments too. And that's the thing, like, I really want to connect with you guys and talk to you guys more about this. So comment down below what you guys want me to talk about some more. I'm more than happy to talk about this topic some more. Some of you guys did comment that you guys want me to talk more about it, but like, what specific, because I feel like, well, I don't know, maybe I feel like I kind of talked about everything a little bit. And I don't just want to repeat myself, but repetition is key. So yeah. But I'm gonna like just talk about some of like the comments that like really stood out to me, or like touch on some things. Well, what I'm mainly gonna focus on too, because I create little short clips from the full episode, and I also did mention weed a little bit, but I haven't made a whole weed video, which this is gonna be like the weed video, but also like it is gonna be like about weed, because the comments were like mainly a lot about weed. Like, that's what really stood out to me. I mean, nobody wants to comment that they do cocaine or like that they did or shit like that. I mean, a lot of people said, some people did, but because that's like, it's a crazy drug. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a hardcore drug. And there was a lot that were like with alcohol and weed, and it was just, it's crazy to see like how many people do it, which I knew like a lot of people fucking do it now, but just how hard it really is for people to do it. I mean, to stop doing it, it just, that's what, like, I'm like, wow, like, cause it was hard for me, it was hard for me. But you just like, if you want to do it, like you will do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just have to keep that mindset and stay consistent. So like with weed, I am not burning weed anymore. I burned yesterday. I took a little dab hit. But that was like at night. But these past few days, there's been days where like I don't burn, and then it's like I burn a day. But now it's like I'm gonna stop. I was offered to burn right before this podcast, but I was like, nah. Like, I mean, even before the podcast, I never burn because I don't want to look high. And just, because I want to be my true self. And that's the thing. Like, I used to think before, like, let me get high. I feel like I think more. I get more creative. I'm like all in my thoughts. But honestly, sometimes it's like you might be in your thoughts, but then it's like you blank out. Well, that would happen to me. And I don't, like I want to be my true self. I don't want to be lit doing the podcast. I don't want to be lit doing anything. And that was like one of the comments that really stood out to me, where someone said that they want to stop, but they feel like they're their true selves when they're high. And that's how I used to think before. I used to think exactly the same before, because even with like alcohol, I was like, it's just like I'm a hyphy person, and I thought like, oh, what's hyphy, what's lit? Drinking, smoking, and then doing cocaine. But you are not, like, hyphy doesn't mean doing that, like lit, like I'm such a lit person, but that doesn't mean I'm literally lit, or like I literally have to be lit or on one or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a fun person, and that's what I had to learn. Like, I knew I was lit, but I was scared to bring out my true self, to bring that lit person out, because I'm a joyful person, and I love, like, if I see somebody like, like in their feelings or something like that, like, I want to make you smile, I want to tell you like it's good, like, just, like, you know what I'm saying? And it took me a while, because I thought, okay, well, I'm only lit if I'm drunk. I'm only lit if I smoke weed, but that's not a good lit. Like, that wouldn't bring out the lit that I really was. That'd bring out fucking whole another person, bro. Like, alcohol's a whole nother spirit taking over your body. That would literally bring a stupid Liz up. Like, I would do the stupidest fucking shit. I don't want to call myself stupid, but I take that back. Let's not call Liz stupid. But like a fool, I would literally act like a fool, you guys. And I didn't like that, because then I'd regret shit the next day right after. I'd be like, yo, like, why the fuck did I just do that? Like, dead ass. Like, I'd be like, dude, like, and that would make me then feel bad, worse about myself. And there was a lot of comments like that too, where they were like, oh, yeah, like, once you like, you then regret stuff. Like, I regret stuff. And I'm like, then I feel bad about myself. And it's like, okay, like, I would then talk to myself like, don't feel bad, like, but this is why we shouldn't do it. That's the thing you should keep in mind before you're going to hit that blunt, before you're going to take that drink or whatever. Be like, hey, like, am I going to then feel bad about myself? Because if I am, then maybe I shouldn't do it. Prevent that bad feeling, prevent yourself from doing some stupid shit, So with the comment, like, that they don't feel like their true selves, I really have to learn, like, like, that wasn't me. That really wasn't me. And it's like, that's really not you when you're lit, when you're drunk or whatever, when you're hella on. Because, like, how can that really be you if you're like, intoxicated with something? Like, how is that really you? That's not really you. Because then you're like, okay, well, that's really me. I need to be high all the time. I need to drink all the time. I need to do this all the time. And then that's when you're consistent with that bad habit. When you're consistent abusing the alcohol or smoking weed or all that shit. And you don't want to do that. Like, that's not your true self. That might be somebody you like right now, but that's like, how I felt it, I liked, I used to like that feeling. I'd be like, hey, like I'm lit, I'm in my own little world, like I'm just doing me, you know. But when I was like, okay, reflecting, I'm like, I liked that escaped feeling. I just wanted to escape the real reality, and I would escape into my own little world, into a little world where I felt comfort, some sort of comfort, but it was just for like a little time. And then it's like, once you start increasing and increasing, like the drinking, the smoking, then you just need more and more and more. Like you need more weed, you need more drink. And that's, it gets to that level, my peeps. I got to that level and I was like, yo, like there really wasn't like escaping anymore. I was just doing it, but there was like no escaping. And you then want to do something even harder. That's when I went to cocaine, and that was totally bad. And it's really not you, my peeps. Like it wasn't my true self. It was literally like a whole nother person. Like, and that's what I learned after. Your true self is not being on one, not being high, not being drunk or under anything, because that, and you just have to bring that person out. Don't be afraid. Like I thought, okay, when I'm drinking, or if I drink, you loosen up, you have some fun, that's how I thought. I'm more me, because I mean, when you're drinking, that's literally a whole nother spirit taking over your body. And you do stupid shit you wouldn't do when you're like sober, when you're not drinking, and after that was, I think like, yo, like that really isn't me. Like I wouldn't do this if I wasn't drinking, if I wasn't drunk, if I wasn't lit, so it ain't really you. You know what I'm saying? And another one too that everybody was commenting was like, oh, but then I feel stressed, like from my anxiety. You guys, like, for your anxiety, that was my excuse at first too. That's just an excuse. That's just an excuse for you to use it. Like, I get high too because to calm my anxiety. Like, okay, it might calm it but it's not, I mean, because that's how I used to think. But it wasn't even like anxiety. It was just like me, like this feeling, like if I didn't burn, I'd get this feeling, which I'd call anxiety. But it was like a feeling of me craving it. Like, getting all like, not like, how would I explain it? Like just getting a little bit fussy because I'm not lit, because I needed to get lit, because my body wanted it. You know what I'm saying? That's just literally an excuse. It's literally just an excuse for you, because if you think, or if it really is helping your anxiety or whatever, it's just helping you in the short run. It's just helping you calm it at that time, like you don't want to do that. You want to think about the long run, about getting to the root cause of that anxiety. What's causing it? Why are you getting anxious? Like there's honestly no reason for you to get anxious. It's not helping you. It's just going to make you feel worse. Like, and be like, when I experienced anxiety, I was just all up in my thoughts, playing all these negative scenarios, thinking about these bad scenarios. But I'm like, yo, like that's just in my head. Like I need to let go. I need to be in the present moment and just take control. I need to take control, and that's the thing too. Like some tips with anxiety. That's because you feel like, you need to take control of your life back. You need to take control of your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You need to take control. Like take control and say no. Like get to that root cause. And that's the thing. Like people, like a lot of people just don't want to get to the root cause. They don't want to face the reality and like be like, oh, hey, like this is triggering me. This trauma is triggering me. That's what's causing my anxiety. Get to the root cause, my peeps, and heal that. You need to heal. Stop putting that to the side, and just bottling it all up. And that's kind of like the same with stress. Like I feel like there's really no reason to stress. Like why are you stressing? Just, you guys have to remain positive. And it's hard, yeah, I know, but still, like there's always a bright side. always a bright side. And if you remain positive, you're going to attract positivity. Like literally, if you're just negative and playing all these bad scenarios, negative scenarios, that's like you kind of manifesting it. And you just want to let go of that, because then you will attract negativity, you know? So there's really no reason to stress. Like literally, don't stress, because it's not going to help you. It's just going to make you feel even worse, you know? And there's like, if you're stressing, you're just there stressing when you should do something about it. Do something about the problem. If there's a problem that's stressing you, or some situation or something like that, like take action, you know? And that's the thing, when people are just there like thinking, like, what's thinking really going to do? Nothing. You need to take action. And you know, like the weed, it's what going to calm you down, probably get you thinking about some other thoughts, I don't know, get you in your own little world, in your comfort zone or whatever. But then when you're not high, the reality hits you again, and you just want to escape it and put it to the side, bottle it all up. Like, no, deal with it, face the reality, face your problems, don't escape. And you know, like, you're just bottling it up, and that's just going to cause even more anxiety and more stress later on, you know? So that's why, just deal with your problems right now, one by one. And you know what I'm saying, just stop trying to, you know, because the weed, it's not helping you. Like it really isn't, you know? And you're just kind of putting everything to the side, and then that's when you stop, it's all going to hit you at once, literally all of it. That's what happened to me. I was just, I was fucking lost. I escaped for hella long, and once I stopped, I was like, it literally, it hit me, and that's when I experienced anxiety. And I had never experienced anxiety. You know, I'd get anxious, like a little bit nervous, but you know, I wouldn't call it like that, you know. But I fucking felt that shit, and I was like, yo, like, this is really anxiety. Like, what the fuck, you know? And that's when I was like, okay, I stopped drinking, and you know, and then I leaned in towards weed, and I was like, okay, well, you know, this is helping me or whatever. But still, I was still putting shit to the side, you know. And like with now, I mean, you know, I was burning all the time, but in the like last year, I think towards the middle of last year, I was like, okay, I need to like slow this down, you know, with the weed. And I mean, maybe you can stop right away, which I think you can, you know, but I kind of worked my way, you know. I was like, okay, I'm doing a few days, I'm not burning. And then I was like, okay, now I'm doing a week and stuff like that, you know. And now it's not like I need it. I don't need it. I don't need it to get creative. I don't need it. I don't need it for anything, you know. But why do I burn? Because like, if it's there,
Yeah,
if something, like those 2 months that what months were they? I think it was August and October of last year. I did 2 full months, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Like this day, I'm done. But that's because, you know, I was like, okay, I don't buy my shit. I don't buy tree. You know, I've worked with brands or people that just were like, oh, here you go, a little something. I'm like, hey, thanks, whatever. But, you know, like, I said it before, I was like, I'm not going to buy my shit. I'm not going to waste money on this no more. So if it's there, okay, you know, whatever. So I was done with it, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just stop. You know, and if it was perfectly like August 1st, I was like, fuck it, you know, August 1st. And then I didn't know when I was going to burn again. And then 2 months later, a brand hit me up, and they were like, hey, you know, this is, and then I was like, well, fuck it, you know, like, I'm down, like, why not, you know? And but even when I get the stuff, it's not like, oh my god, how we, like, you know, like, it's like whatever. I'm like here and there, whatever, you know. Like, it wasn't like how I used to, not like an everyday thing, fucking like, I don't know how many joints a day or anything like that, you know. So, you know, and then after that, it's like I kind of got a little bit more or whatever. But, you know, and now it's like I finished it as well. And there's still people that have it, and I get asked all the time, it's burned. Like I said before this episode, somebody was like, you know, but I was like, no. And see, that's taking control, like saying no. It starts with no. You guys can easily say no, you know. And what really helped the first time too was like, I don't want no temptations, nothing around. I mean, there was people burning around me, like right next to me, but I was like, no, like it's because my mind is set. I'm set on I'm not going to burn. I put away all my bongs, I put away all my pipes, everything that was like weed related, and I was like I'm done. Like, you know, I ain't trying to do this, you know. But I didn't know for how long. And that's like the same right now too, because I'm not going to be like I don't want to say I'm going to be sober because I probably won't be, you know. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but I'm not going to be burning like that, you know. And I want to do like, I don't know how last how long, you know, because it's not like I'm going to stop forever either, you know. Like shit, if another brand hits me up and I really want to work with them, you know, get a little something, I'll be like, yeah, sure, why not, you know. But I ain't trying to do it all the time because I ain't trying to depend on it. But even when it was like those 2 months, I was like, dude, do I really want to burn, you know? But it was like, fuck it, like at night, you know, or like if I'm really done with something, or like if I have like a project to do, like, or if I'm sewing or something like that, I'm like, let's just take a couple hits. But you guys, like, I'm so fucking lightweight now, like so fucking lightweight, you know. But yeah, I mean, like it's kind of like with drinking, you know. Some people still sip, like they have their little glass of wine or whatever, but not like all the time. I mean, I don't even know, you guys, to be honest. I don't even know. Like, I really don't know. I don't know when I'm going to burn again or anything like that. I don't want to, but you know, I really don't know. I really don't know. But it's not like I'm not gonna do it all the time, you know. I'm probably gonna go like a month and then see what happens. And it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go like a month and it's because I want it, you know. Like, I'm giving myself a month. Hey, maybe I'll go longer, maybe shorter, I don't fucking know. But when I do, you guys, it's just like a baby ass hit, and I really don't even get lit. And that's the thing. Then I'm like, well, what the fuck is the point? Like, I don't want to, you know, because now it's like I don't even crave it. Like, I don't like the feeling of getting lit. Like I mentioned in one of my videos, I'm like, dude, when I get lit, I'm like, dude, why the fuck did I get lit, you know? And especially now because I have hella shit to do. And give me a couple minutes. I'd be like, I'd use it to eat, to go to sleep. But that's again depending on it, you know. And then, like I told you guys, it hit me. The withdrawals hit me from weed. I was like, dude, I couldn't sleep at first. I was getting heat flashes. And that's just with tree, you guys. And like, it happens. And a lot of people don't talk about this. And like, the withdrawals fucking happen. Like, they fucking happen. I didn't think they'd happen with tree because, you know, people are like, tree, it's a plant, like it's you know. But it's like, on like, it's not good for you. It's not good for you to smoke. Like, it's not good for your lungs, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, we'll see. And I don't even, like, you know, it's not like my thing anymore. Like, it really isn't. Like, I'm like, I grew out of it, and I'm like, what the fuck's the point? Like, just, you know. And another thing too that I want to talk about was like, people find their balance, which I thought I did, but it's like, still, why do you need to get lit to do certain stuff, you know? Like, that's still kind of depending on a little bit, which is good, like if you're doing your shit, okay. But I'm thinking about like my health now, you know. Like, it's like, yeah, because I could still get my shit done when I'm lit, like everything, like I could still get my shit done. But I'm thinking about my health, you know. Like, I know it's not good for my lungs. And okay, if you smoke like a joint a month, it's not going to kill you, but you know, like, well, I'm just trying to get my health right, detox a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And you know, but I'm never gonna go back like to how I was, like fucking burning all the time or anything like that. If anything, just the fucking once a month. I don't fucking know, you know what I'm saying? We'll see, my peeps. But let me know what other topics do you guys want me to talk about. If you guys want me to talk more about this, let me know how it's going for you. Are you like clean? Because I feel like also when you're like, oh, I'm sober, like this song, it's still kind of like you thinking and like projecting like you have an issue with it, you know, when it's like you shouldn't have an issue with it, you know. That's why, like I said in the other video, I don't know how I feel about the word sober, because I'm telling you guys, like, I'm not gonna be sober, you know. But hey, maybe, I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's where I'm at right now. You know, I'm not doing anything. I'm not drinking. I will not ever drink again. Like, I'm never gonna, I don't ever plan on getting drunk. Like, it's just not my vibes. Doing hardcore drugs, fuck no, never fucking again. But yeah, I mean, you know, hey, maybe I'll have a little, it depends, my peeps. It literally depends. But yeah, this is me right now. You know, because I'm just being raw with you guys. Like, I don't want to say like I'm sober, and like, that's the thing. Like, I feel like that still like says like you have an issue, like you're still trying to get away from that, like you have a problem, like, you know, which I don't. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying? But I hope you guys just take control, my people. Like, take control, self-discipline, self-control. You know what I'm saying? Self-love. Like, think about your health first. Think about the long run. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys listening to my podcast, to this episode, on my episodes. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, however you guys are taking this podcast. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Talk good vibes to yourself and talk good vibes to other my peeps. Peace.